Record. All right. So I see Miss Christina here. She's not showing her face as of yet, but she's one of my new ambassadors, you guys. She just signed up. She's got a nice little history of working some network marketing companies, and her and I go way back, it turns out. And so I'm really excited that she's here because she's passionate about just what she's learned so far, watching me over the last couple of years. And I'm going to put the chat open here. So Christina, you're brand new to this. I'm so glad you found the group. The way you turn on your video, you guys, is if you go down to the bottom and scroll around your screen or your phone, if you're on your phone, and click start video. When you click start video, we can see you and be in group and fellowship together here this morning. So if you don't want your face on screen, that's okay too, but I like to see your face. So I encourage you to hop on. Hey, yay. Okay, so we're going to take some deep breaths this morning, you guys. Ready? Blow it out. Okay, one more time. Big deep breath. Blow it out. I don't know. I just needed that. So, okay. How are you guys like? Huh?
Oh. I guess my microphone's on.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I keep losing you. So I'm just gonna stay incognito. But my voice is there.
Okay, no problem. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click mute on you for right now, Christina. And if you want to say anything, you just kind of toggle over it, and you'll see where it'll say unmute. And then you can type a message right in these comments off to the side. If you find the word chat at the bottom of your screen, or I think you have to swipe pages. If you're on your phone, you can swipe the page and you'll see where you can see the chat, but then you won't see the people. But if you're on your computer, you get to see everything. So,
perfect.
Okay, girl, I'll meet you right now. And then I see Miss Bobby Anderson here. Good morning, girl.
Good morning.
Okay, so I want to start by talking about systems and just something that you should keep in mind. Like when we don't have a live IPA like this or a power hour to do, just think 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's 10 minutes of personal growth in the morning. I used to wake up and immediately look at my phone and get all stressed out at all the messages I had to respond to and people needing this and that and the other thing. And I don't do that anymore. And it's changed a lot for me. So do you first. Like you have to pour into your cup first before you go pouring into other people's cup. So pray, meditate, breathe, personal growth. Like find a little book that you enjoy reading and just do 10 minutes there. So it's you first. Or I go exercise. That's more than 10 minutes. But I have to sometimes center myself first like that before I can really go for it. And sometimes that creates more clarity for me anyway at the very beginning. Pardon me, of my day. All right, 5 new reach outs a day. That's not impossible, you guys. If you've made a list of, I've talked about this before. My list, I was encouraged in the very beginning of my business to make a list of 300. I made a list of 300 and I signed up 170 of those because I had a list, because I had something to go by. I wasn't randomly working the business. I was a little bit, but at least I had my list. Okay. And then the number 3 is follow up with your potentials. So maybe you've already been talking to some people. So you got your 5 brand new reach outs. Okay. 3, follow up with potentials. So maybe they did a 3-day challenge. Maybe they had, you gave them one of those boxes, or they purchased a sample box from you. Pardon me. Those are the ones you're going to want to say, hey, how did you like your box? What do you think about that pink drink? How did you like the taste? Did you notice any difference? Those are that's how you follow up with those guys. And then the 2 is at least 2 of your people who are already signed up, your customers from the past or your brand new customers. Like keep them in your mind daily. So at least 2 of those guys. And then 1 is 1 social media post. You don't have to kill it with a ton of social media posts. Sometimes I do. When I first started, I did 3 a day. Pardon me. I made some tea so I could get rid of that post-nasal stuff. But I actually got a lot of business with 3 posts a day. So, because people saw it. And if I didn't get the morning group, I got the afternoon group. If I didn't get the afternoon group, I got the evening group. And then I just was constant with that. And I had a little thought in my mind, oh my God, I'm going to drive my friends crazy. They're going to defriend me. They didn't. So don't worry about that. Just be you, be real, and don't make it salesy, but you can make it informational. So I pour a lot of information content out there, like, you know, and you can search all that stuff. Like, here's a testimony and here's their story. But then I'll go find something, Google like multiple sclerosis. Oh my gosh, it's all about inflammation. It's autoimmune. And then you can kind of just say, hey, check the comments for, you know, why our products can help somebody with this particular thing. So anyway, people love that. I think I'd asked, how do you guys like the content so far? I would love to just see comments in the post, like what's working for you. I gave some examples of color personalities and sample posts, which is something that I actually grabbed from an old IPA challenge because I love that. I was like, oh my gosh, there's different personalities. And sometimes I can't talk to a certain person. Oh, good. Kimberly said her team loved the post, love the color post. Okay. Let me show you a book really quick. It's right behind me. Okay. If you don't have this book, you guys should get it. And it's so tiny and it's big words. So it's easy to follow. I'm going to put us in this group. I like this better. Okay. Yeah. Easy to follow. See that? Big words, tiny, skinny book. And it talks about your 4 personalities. And so there's different things like the color code, your colors will be a little bit different. So you just have to remember if, you know, a yellow is fun and exciting on one color code, another yellow on the other one can be more like, you know, preschool teacher, nurse, like a helping hand. So just it depends on, it was the talk on Marco Polo. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, good. So, okay, so those are pretty generic in the way I actually will post them here in the thread so that we can start working on that. And you can use those. And then I also have the one from, let's see, Brooke posted them in a group today, some other sample posts. So I'm going to go grab those really quick. I might disappear for a second. But just make sure you guys have your list of, hang on. Your list of 5 to 10 people. So those are ready to go. Okay, here we go. I'm grabbing them right now. I have to do them a little bit at a time. I realized you can't like post a big bunch of stuff in the chat here. Okay, here comes the first one, you guys. Oh, here we go. It's toggling back and forth. It's tricky sometimes. Okay, here we go. First one coming right up. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna go grab some more. But just read through that. And then you guys always know you can tweak these things, right? You don't have to say exactly what we say. It's just something to get your brain triggered. And then for me, I just love leaving a voice message. Sorry. I love leaving voice messages because they hear me. They hear my voice. It's personal. They get to hear my passion, my excitement for the products because I am truly excited about it and what it can do for them. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to grab the next one. Here we go. Okay, I'm on a roll. I figured this out. Okay. And then the last one. I've got another one here. Oops. Here we go. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so there's 4 to work with this morning. got your list of potentials. It's simply plug in their little name in under hey and send it off. And then I'm going to share the screen. So what I want you guys to do, I am going to just quiet us here for a minute. I want you to send your at least 5 messages right now. So I'm going to say, let's give it 10 minutes. Pardon me, for you to send your messages. And that way we can start the meeting here sending messages. And then I can help you when you start to get responses back. I can help you respond to people if you need that help right now. But let's go for it. And then if you have anything you want to send in the chat or just unmute yourself and talk, I'm here. Oh, and Barbie says, yeah, voice messages are better, more personal. So if you want to even just mute, make sure you're on mute and send a voice message with this information, send a voice message. Or Marco Polo. I love that, Kimberly. I'd actually used Marco Polo for a bit and kind of forgotten about it, but it's powerful because it's your voice and your face. So you're leaving them a face message, a face voice message. So, all right. So there's your 3-day invite samples. That's what we're doing today, is kind of focusing on that. And then I'm going to show you guys, for the people that don't know how, sorry, to get your sample link so that you can plop it right in there. Yeah, they can actually also go to just your website, but I'm going to type in like my website example, and then you guys can know that your website is obviously your name you picked for yourself for your business website. You'll insert that there, but you can send them that. But you'll also want to like screenshot, like, how do they get to your sample? How do they order that sample box? So I'm going to work on that for my next one. I'm going to let you guys work a little. I'm going to set my timer and I'm going to mute myself. Okay, how'd we do? Did you guys get some messages sent? Okay, cool. I don't ever want to spend the whole time talking. I want to give you guys a chance since you're giving us a whole hour of time. Just know if we're quiet, we're working. And then as you guys hop on, I forget that in the chat, the messages just, you won't see them. It's not like if you were to be put into a new messenger chat, you get to scroll up and see everything. So I reposted all 4 of those again for the people that just hopped on. So that's why you see them in there twice. And then somebody asked me, what is Marco Polo? So Kimberly, would you explain it your way and how it's working for you with your team? Because I'm not using it. I do know what it's about, but I think it would be great if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so Marco Polo is new to me too, but apparently all my girls had it. So it's an app where you can leave a message and it sees your face and your voice. It's recording. And then they can get it later and talk back with you. So you can start groups. It's kind of like Facebook Messenger, but better because they see you. So I have my team on one, and we actually pretty much use it every day. If somebody has a question or anything, and then we'll get back to it. But then the whole team can talk about it, and it's a back and forth. So yeah, we really enjoy it. But you can also have one-offs where you're just with one person, or I haven't tried it reaching out to people with it. I mainly use it for my team for encouragement and getting them excited and being in touch every single day. And it's just, I like it a lot better. Yeah, I think. And there's cool filters. You can change your voice too. That's a little weird, but it's fun.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, whatever your personality is, right? If it fits your personality, leave a funny message. I've done some I go to Snapchat and do some funny filters and do lives that way just once in a while. Like I want it to mostly be professional, but I don't know. I guess when I'm feeling extra sassy, I just do a Snapchat filter with the big mouth and the high squeaky voice. And so anyway, okay, great. All right, I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to show you guys in your back office how easy this is. So did you guys see I put my, well, not my link. It's your link, you guys. I mean, maybe you don't all know this. My site .plexusworldwide.com / I don't know what it is. It's the one down by the right shift key. And then you put whatever your name was that you put in the URL when you signed up, like, or it was my business site, right? That name is what you're going to put in there. That's something you can give your potentials, but I wouldn't just give that away willy-nilly because they're going to go and search around, see some prices that are going to be preferred customer or retail customer prices. They're not going to see ambassador prices. So I would always just preemptively tell them that, like, hey, just don't look at those prices. What I want you to go there for is for this. And I'm going to share you my screen. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay. See here. Let me fix this. All right. So when they sign in, boom, buy single pack. Do you see my cursor? Do you see my little cursor? Okay, cool. Buy single pack. If you guys want to kind of stock up on your own and have these little 3-day challenge boxes in your house, like, or in your car, I took 3 to work and I left only having 1 left. And it was because I felt kind of more confident because I had something in my hand to give to these guys, and they bought it because they're like, yeah. And these were people I've been talking to forever. And my ER isn't very big. Like, we don't have very many people there as far as staff. Our hospital's tiny, but it's like my goal is to get almost everybody, well, everybody on Plexus at my hospital, at least trying it. And so anyway, so having it in my hand felt really easy to share it. If that's not an option for you and you're working long distance, of course, boom, buy single pack. So watch what happens when I click that. That's what they'll do is they'll click the single pack. It tells them a little bit about it. Oops. Takes a second to load. Okay. And then let me move this box up here. Okay, there we go. $19.95. They do not pay shipping. Okay. So their shipping is free. we don't get any PV for it. See that? 0 PV. It's a fine. And then they just add it to cart, and then they'll check out. They'll end up creating a little, customer account, which they can go and upgrade to an ambassador just by clicking on enroll later. But they can do that, and it goes straight to their house. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to order it for them. They pay for it. Super, super easy. And then I don't know if you guys are familiar with it at all, but I bought them, opened it up, played with it, looked at it, read the cards. Like, these are so cool. So the first day it has like a chocolate lean shake in there, and it's all whey. Unfortunately, it's not vegan. I don't know if we can have an option of that, but that would be good. But I also tell them, just give it away. Give it to somebody who can have whey. Maybe they'll want to join you. And then the second day has a vanilla lean. Third day is back to chocolate lean. Each day has a recipe for their dinner, which I think is brilliant, because it's already setting them up with a mindset of like, this is going to work. I am doing this. And so that's what I noticed with my people that are using it right now. They're being really careful about what they're eating, even at work. And they're like, no, I can't have that cookie. Remember, I'm doing my 3-day challenge. So I'm like, yay, okay, good. The mindset is right. And that is hopeful for me, thinking, okay, they may actually end up joining me. So that's my thing, is the follow-up, the fortune's in the follow-up. Don't just throw them a box and hope it works. And the other thing I'm going to share about this box is it has 2 doses of MetaBurn there. It has an active, and it has a slim, and it has the lean. Now it looks like they're supposed to take it all in one day. I had a girl take it all in one day for 3 days straight, and she said her eyes started twitching. And it's a lot of caffeine for some people if they're not used to caffeine. So that's what I told her. I was like, oh shoot, okay. So you might want to recommend or ask that question like, hey, are you sensitive to caffeine? Because here's what we might want to do. Let's just start you on the slim. Start with slim. And then maybe the lean. That's pretty harmless. And then the second day, how did they feel? Did they like it? If they felt great, maybe you just want to stay with slim and lean for now. And then they can add active if they tend to be like, oh, I'm still really exhausted. I don't have any energy. And then you go like, okay, get yourself one of those active drinks now.
She's doing amazing.
Oh, I'm going to see who. As you guys hop on, if you don't mind muting yourself. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so I would just kind of caution you with this one, because it's a lot of stuff going on for 3 days, and some people handle it like a boss, and other people it might be a little too much. So don't fear like stretching it out a little bit. Again, just breathe, take your time with this. It's going to be their timing anyway, right, Christina? When you're ready, and you're ready to jump in, and you're ready to be successful. So just let them know that you're not here to rush them. You're here to support them no matter what they need, and enjoy that 3-day pack. And then on the back of each of these packs, it's super cute. They have like a little journaling area where they can write their goals down. Maybe write down what they ate for the day in a 24-hour period. But each of it's guided. It's self-guided. So if you haven't purchased one or seen this box yet, at least buy one. I really encourage you to get the 5. You get 20 PV for the 5. And then I sell them for $20. And so it's $89.95 for the 5-pack. Of course, you have to pay tax and shipping. So it'll be a little over $100 for you. But I just give it for $20 for the 5. It pretty much covers it. Oh, and there's a $20 gift card in there that they can use when they go to sign up. So that gives them $20 off. So let me show you guys something else really quick. So if you go to, let me see, I think it's, oh, wait, hang on. I think it's over here. Yeah. So you see that, guys, those 3 lines right there? Hit those 3 lines. Samples, click on your samples. And here comes all your samples. So this is something else they can do. And to grab this link, hang on, samples. Where's your sample link? There's a place for that sample link. Hang on. I think it's under, I think I know where it is. Okay, so see that? It comes pretty generically. I gave one to Christina last night. It's just a little white bag, but this little card right here is super cute. It opens way up. It like accordions out and then it opens up. And it, again, just kind of gets them thinking about what they're doing, health and wellness goals, and then all these different sample packs. So now to get them the link for these, you go under, I believe it's my account. Bear with me, you guys. Hang on. Yes, my account. And now look over here on this left-hand side. Sampling link. Click on sampling link and check this out. Plexus sampling. Okay. Tee up a conversation. Send your friend a link to product samples page. A sample of health and happiness will arrive at their doorstep. Boom. There's my, oh, okay. So it would be your website /samples will also get them there. If you forget, just go to this right here, my account sampling link. It'll open this up and watch this. Copy text. You can copy it and send messages right from here. Just shoot fire. And then like they even have it all teed up for you. Hey, based on our conversation, here's a link to order the product sample I suggested for you. Boom. And then add to it. Okay. Or send it via email. How cool is that? I'm going to stop share. What do you guys think about that? Has anyone tried or used the sample link yet? Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Good. Let me just scroll through and see what else you guys have here for me. Oh, okay. Megan is a Marco Polo expert. Okay, great. If there's something, oh, and somebody who was on Galaxy has left us. Okay, I'm so glad that you guys all joined us today. So, okay, we found our link. We know how to send some messages. I'm going to give you guys another few minutes to work, but I'm going to go grab the color messages. How does that sound? And we'll put them here for those people who are like, what is she talking about? What are these color messages? I'm going to go do that. So go ahead, and if you hadn't finished your 5 to 10 messages being sent, keep sending them, but I'm going to also go grab these right now for you. Here it comes.
Hey, Phyllis.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just sent one. What I did is I went in Facebook and looked at my stories and see who's been watching my stories, and I've been hitting all those people.
Yeah.
So I just had somebody write back with hi, exclamation points. Yes, let's try it. I was like,
oh my
yay.
Gosh, good.
Yeah, I seem to get a lot of people watching the stories, especially on my Facebook, not really on my Instagram, but my Facebook, I can get a couple hundred. It's crazy. So then I start going through those and I start looking at all my stories. Does everybody know how to look who's watching your stories? So if you go through those, then you can, if they're watching them, you might as well reach out to them if you haven't already.
Yeah. And don't forget.
And this gal, I shot her wedding like when I was a photographer. So like 12 years ago.
Oh my God.
So we haven't talked for 12 years probably. So yay.
That's great. So you're rekindling old friendships, and
yeah,
that's what's happening with Christina and I. You know, we were young mamas is what we were, and had a connection, 33 years ago, right, Christina? And here we are today, working a business together. So that's pretty crazy. I love that. And yes, anybody that's liking your stuff, they don't have to comment. Just go look at your likes too, and just say, hey, I saw that you liked my post. I saw that you watched my video. Does anything there speak to you? I love these products. Here's what it did for me. If you want to share your health and wellness goals with me, I know I can find a testimony that will speak to you. Yeah. How does that sound? Would you be open to me?
And then even if you just see the stories, even if they don't like them or anything, last week, or was it the week before, I've been noticing another gal was watching the story. She never commented. She never reached out. So I decided to reach out, and she signed up, and then she had her husband sign up, and they got a ton of stuff because they're struggling with so many things. So you probably have these people watching, like relating with it, but they're scared to reach out.
Yeah.
But I bet you if you just asked them to sample, they probably would.
Yeah, that's why that sample is brilliant, guys. Hope you see that. Like the sampling, I'm gonna get back here. I got one more post to put in the comments there. Is that it takes the pressure away of like signing up for the whole system, right? And then, but they get to experience the brilliance of, hang on, of our products.
Yeah. And just so you know, when I sent it, I was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking, well, we don't really have a relationship anyway. So if she gets mad at me.
Oh.
And then when I saw her writing back, I was like, oh my God, she's going to yell at me. No.
Oh, and did she yell
So
at
you
you?
just have to breathe and air them out and you're good.
Yep. We all have sweat tacos, right? We call them sweat tacos when you're doing this, and it's okay but fear is a liar. I'm going to say that a million times. And the devil is trying to get in our ear and say, you're not worthy. Nobody wants your stuff. Why are you trying to do this anyway? I mean, come on, we got a million voices in our heads, right, you guys? But it's like the people's lives. Oh gosh, I'm copying everything here. The people's lives I've seen change so far, it's like that keeps me going. And that's the voice I listen to, is like the postpartum depression friend, that wanted to kill herself and doesn't want to do that anymore. And so I'm like, I'll keep sharing until, I can't share anymore, and that's just not going to happen. So, okay, I think I have to do one of these at a time. They're too big. All right, coming back to you guys here. Yes, Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys, we need to find that video, don't we? Again, if you have not seen Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 video, go to YouTube. I'm going to let you do that because I don't need to do that. You guys are adults. YouTube, Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That made a difference for me in the beginning. I was like, yep. It was like even just getting out of bed in the morning. She talks about like, instead of laying there and kind of taking advantage of, or just not feeling great. And you're like, meh, I'm in my pity party moment or something. Like I'm all for sleeping in, Kim. Don't you get me wrong, girl. But sometimes it's an excuse, like, oh, I'm just really tired, or whatever. It's maybe you have to use Mel Robbins some days to say, girl, get yourself out of bed and do your IPA. And anyway, and other things like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it won't let me copy that last one. Weird. Okay, where is it? Okay, come on. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy. Why? Okay, let's see. Maybe it is too big. Sometimes it's too big of content. Yep, it's too big. Let me see if I can shorten that last one because it's a green. That's why it's long. Greens need a little more information. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type this. I'll snag this first part. Greens are your researchers. And I have some researchers that it's okay. You be patient with them because when they decide, they are all in, truly all in. Because they've researched it and they're like, oh my gosh, your compensation plan blows my mind. Oh my gosh, the science behind your products are amazing. Oh my gosh, you have a really awesome team and you're working the business. Like people respond to that. When they see you working, they want to work too. So, and then I love that, Kimberly, is being a part of your team. Oops. It resent it twice. Just being involved in your team like that and showing them love and let me see, I might have to cut this one in half. Love and attention, like that's I love that. This is why I do these IPAs, because I like hanging out with people. That's my thing. That's my love language, like just being in community. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Yay. Okay, did it. So see, there's the green. And you guys, if you want, as you go, you can copy, paste, and shove it into the notes on your phone so that you don't lose this, because it does go away. And there is a way to save the chat. Like, where's that? There's a way to save the chat. I think it's, let me see. Oh, yeah. So if you go down to the bottom, it'll say like as if you're writing a post to everyone, type message here. see those 3 little dots to the right-hand side? Click that, it opens up and it says save chat. So it'll save it like to the documents on your computer. And then you can go back and check it out. Okay. All right, so let me look through Lee's IPA for today, because that's the other thing I love is that we're kind of helping guide you through the IPA challenge of the day. And she talks about posts. So when we talk about like a social media post for the day, it doesn't have to be about Plexus. It could be anything. And so what she's encouraging us to do is talk about a past holiday that you enjoyed, like be nostalgic. You want to show your personality to your friends, and you want them to be like, wow, there's Kimberly again. She's posting. What does she have to say today? There's Lori. Oh my gosh, she's my little nurse practitioner. I just love her. What is she talking about today? And I love Lori does this. It's a grandma thing you do. You call it Grandma Talk to Me Girl.
It's Gut Health Grandma.
There you go.
My grandma. And I started it before I was waiting to get licensed and everything. And I wanted to just have a place where people could learn more about gut health. And I wasn't necessarily going to promote Plexus on it, just to have information. If they reached out and said, hey, what do you recommend? Then I would probably would take them into a private chat and talk to them about what I recommended. So I don't know. I haven't been I'm kind of behind on posts and stuff in it, but anyway. You're muted.
Thank you. You know what? Just so you know, I see it because when you do a live, it pops up on my phone and says Lori's live. So does all your people, you guys. Everyone in your list gets to see a live so even if you haven't had contact with somebody recently, your live comes up. And I had one person tell me at one point, like, Phyllis, I don't see your post anymore, but I see your lives come through. And that's what got him to sign up, was looking at my live. And then actually Christina responded to my live on the last day of the month. Hey, are you still doing your oh my goodness, like all the different, incentives. There we go. And I said, well, yes, we do. Plexus is still doing that incentive through the 3rd. So that was awesome. So she saw the live, thought, oh my goodness, I don't want to miss out on this, because I tagged my live, like, what did I say? Oh my gosh. It was something like, you don't want to miss out on this, or something like that, or don't get left behind. That's what I put. Do not get left behind. And then I went on to talk about my favorite welcome pack, the Variety Welcome Pack. And I just sat there on my kitchen counter, showed the Slim, showed the Metaburn, showed the Balance, talked about them just briefly. It ended up being a 12-minute video, which I don't like to do long videos, but gosh darn, I have a hard time shutting up. And so I'm getting better at that. But I'm a little bit of a green when it comes to, like, tell me what you're giving me here. Like, I want to know a little bit more, please. So I have a hard time like keeping it short, but I'll work on that too. We're all a work in progress, right, Lori? All of us, right? We all can nod our heads. So encouraging us to put a post about this Christmas past, right? Or something funny, like be funny, don't have to be so serious. If you tend to be super serious, dig deep and go find, just something of value to like share with your friends. Okay. And then expert advice was don't post novels. Keeping it shorter is better. If sometimes, you have those people that are like, okay, that took me more than a minute, I'm done, and they're moving on to the next post. So just, you can even like say, if you want, for those greens in the group, the researchers, the scientist-minded people, just say, hey, there's a link in the comments for more information or something like that. And then you better believe those guys are going to go get the link. They're going to look at it, and then they're going to go and Google search some more. And I would actually direct them to the NIH website, Mayo Clinic, even WebMD's fine, to get some good solid information. And Brooke has recommended going to Google Scholar so that it kind of weeds out the junk. because you're going to get all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And I said, I've even stopped looking at people's links when they send me like, oh, did you see this? And I'm like, I'm not going to look at it, because I know, number one, when I have looked at it, sometimes people are cussing and swearing in their content. Other times people are bashing Plexus, but promoting their own product. So if they're promoting their own product, then right there, we just know, like, or maybe they're not bashing Plexus, but they are promoting their own product. So of course, it's going to contradict what we're trying to promote. So, and then when you do go to those pages, you're giving them another hit on their site. So I don't do that anymore. I've read enough of them that they're just junk and garbage, and I'm super confident in what we have. I look at everything when a new product comes out, and I'm sold. I'm a fan. I will promote it forever. So, oh, okay. Another idea that Lee has. So like, you're going about your day and you're like, ooh, that would make a good post. Immediately stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's business, and put it in the notes on your phone. Like, do a folder that says posting ideas, and then plug in there, and you've got your next post for the next day. Because I think a lot of people, actually, somebody on my team said, Phyllis, I spend more time like perseverating on what am I going to post and making it perfect. I'm like, just post it, man. Just bring it from the heart, throw it on paper, and click send, and move on with your day. Because if it's taking you an hour to create one post, don't do it. Copy paste for a while. Use my content. You guys can friend me on Facebook. Friend anybody that you see in this group here, friend us, because we've got some content you can use. Anything that's on social media, FYI, is fair game, because it's public. So I never get mad at anybody that borrows something of mine. I would just ask, like, change your graphic so it doesn't look exactly the same, or add a personal picture of yourself, and then nobody even knows that your content is exactly the same as the next person. They're looking at your cute face with your kids, grandkids, your best friend, your, whatever, your Christmas from the past post, whatever it is. And then you can say, hey, here's why I feel so great this year compared to Christmas past. And then share your little nerdy information, is what I call it. Building relationships along the way. So now I'm just going through our IPA challenge, and we'll wrap it up with this, just so we can say we went through it, and you guys go post and say, I did the IPA challenge, because we got some fun prizes. We're giving away, Barbie and I and Lee are giving away a gift where you get a gift, but we also are going to you're going to give us a name of your person that you want to send a 3-day challenge box to, and we'll send it directly to their house. So that's, of course, it'll be a drawing. So put your name in there so you get credit for participating. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So building relationships, letting these people know you really care about them. It says, today you're going to give without thought of receiving, or this ever turning into a sale. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, what? Yeah. Today, I want you to think about a friend who has a problem or is working on something. Maybe she's working on overcoming self-doubt. You're going to send her a resource that will help her, a podcast, a video, quote, or article. Like Mel Robbins at 54321. That is amazing, and it's a gift for everyone. You can even create a post out of that today and just be like, who's struggling with motivation or getting going or moving forward in life? Like, this really spoke to me today. Here's my Christmas gift for you. Let me know what you think about it. Nothing about Plexus, but they're like, wow, this friend of mine, she really is so positive, and she's always pouring into us. What is she taking? Because I want some of that too. That's what it'll turn into. Okay, so maybe it's a friend who is working on feeding her kids more fruits and veggies. Find a creative recipe or blog that you think would help her and send her the link. Maybe she's wanting to lose weight, and even though it's tempting to shout Plexus, find her something else that reminds you of her needs. Send it with the simple message of, oh, hey, I saw this today and remembered you. We're working on whatever. Tell me what you think. I hope it helps. And then it just shows you're remembering their needs. Your arrows are pointing outward. It's building a relationship of trust. And then one day that person may reach out to you and say, hey, I've been watching you. It's time. And that's my girl, Christina. So okay, remember that consistency is the tunnel to greatness. It's through your daily completion of IPA on your 10-5-3-2-1 that you plant, tend your garden, and harvest. And so look, if you didn't catch it above, I wrote out what the 10-5-4-5-3-2-1 is. But that's something, gosh, type it up, cut it out, stick it in your planner, like put it on your mirror in your bathroom, like put it where you're going to see it every single day. If you're doing this every single day, like take Sunday off, you know what I mean? But you literally could work your business 6 days of the week, doing these simple things, because like, honestly, I do, because I have a lot of people that I'm following up with, and it just doesn't take but a second when you focus your attention and don't be random about it. Just get in and say, okay, I got 30 minutes today. Plug it into your calendar of events. Like my 30 minutes today is going to be spent, doing these things right here. And it's super fast and super quick. Save these sample messages to the notes on your phone so that you always have them. I have one that I call scripts. And so if I'm ever struggling, I just go look at my scripts and I'm like, okay, that sounds good. But quite honestly, I just talk to people. I don't have a single script that I really send people. I just talk to my friends and reach out to them. But it does help, like with the 3-day box. It's like, oh, okay, that's helpful. Okay, it's talking about, here's the follow-up. With our beautiful 3-day sample boxes, they're perfect for our 3-day sample challenge that starts next week. Okay, that's also part of IPA. This IPA this week, we'll turn it into like loading people into our challenge that starts on Monday. So all my brand new people, I'm plugging them into the challenge on Monday because that's how they learn too. If you have people that have been with you for a while, for some of us, we've been doing this a little bit, always plug somebody into that 3-day challenge and then follow them there. Don't just drop them off and say, okay, I'll see you at the end of the day, or when school day's over, you're like, I'm like, hey, I just plugged you in, accept the invite, and I'll tag you in a post. I always tag them in like the welcome post. Hey, introduce yourself here. You're going to see a lot of really fun people. And then every time somebody introduces themselves, it comes back up on their feed. And then maybe something personal about them, and one of our testimonies is like speaks their language. Definitely tag them in that and say, hey, I thought of you here. It's a private group, so they need to know that too. They can scroll at their leisure, so there's no pressure. If they choose to participate, they can win prizes. So some people are very prize driven and other people could care less. But for those people who are prize driven, you're going to see them commenting a lot. And that's kind of fun because you want to stay engaged. Doesn't mean you have to comment every time they comment. You don't want to drive that thread crazy, but just show that you're there and that you're watching them and that you're engaged with them. Like I didn't just plug you in and drop you off. Okay, look at your potential list. Who pops into your head? Who wasn't ready to pull the trigger with our Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals? Message those people to try the sample box and join the challenge. Sample messages can be found, in days 2 and 3. I posted all that here, but that's literally where I pulled it from, was days 2 and 3. And then also actually Brooke's message in one of our threads, she had some sample messages. So that's what I plugged in here too. So my challenge to you is to spend 15 minutes nonstop inviting to try the sample box and join the challenge. Set your timer. So if you guys have a hard time with time, like management, set a timer and be like, okay, girl, you're done. Now get up, go walk, go exercise, go make your lunch, go take care of your family, go to work, whatever it is. But set your timer, because then you're like, I feel accomplished. And then my husband, he's so good at making lists. He's like, make your list, Phyllis. Now cross it off. And so he goes, doesn't it feel good when you cross something off? And I said, yeah. And what's funny is I gave him that tool a long time ago because he was working life randomly. And now he is like my little list man. And so now here he is telling me to do the same thing. So that's cute. Okay. It talks about sending voice messages. And then there's a video to watch. Are you open for business? So remember, if you're not posting on your social media page, people don't know what you're doing. They think you're closed, or, oh, she must have stopped doing that. So I can't even stress to you enough. Show that your business is open. Show that you really care about what you're doing, because we're all out there sharing Plexus. And if, you know, if you're bumping into your ambassadors in your own little town, the people that are seeing your post most likely will come to you and say, hey, you seem to really be engaged, versus my other friend who I know sells Plexus too. They're gonna come to you before they go to that other person. Or they'll go to that other person before they come to you if you're not showing up. So make sure they know that your office, your store is open. And then there's that Dare to Dream video. Just search a hashtag to see that. And then she talks about just sharing what you accomplished today. So if you can summarize in the IPA group what we just did, you've just been entered to win the prize at the end of the week. So, all right, you guys, our time together. Let me just see really quick. Oh yeah, is it Cassie or Casey? Cassie.
It's Cassie.
Cassie. So yes, she's talking about Mel Robbins. If you do not follow her on Instagram or Facebook, you need to, because that girl, she has cute little like 3 to 5 minute videos, don't you think, Cassie? That that will speak to you. Oh, Mel Robbins is great. And she also has a book like Take Control of Your Life. Get the audio, because she is talking and coaching people one-on-one, and it's real time. And it's real solid and it's amazing, right? So anyway, okay, so let me see if there's anything else. Hey, Katie Shoemaker, does Katie Shoemaker belong to anybody here in this group? Like, are you guys her upline or anybody? Oh, Emily Gibson. Katie, yes, okay, go talk to Emily. She will plug you into that IPA. Don't you worry. That's awesome. So glad you're here. Yes, because she's got the IPA challenge copied and pasted into her group as well. Okay. Love you guys. This is cool. I enjoy our time together. Have a great day.